Now, Trump and the Patriots, they have completely set the stage to have full control over the entire system. And we need to step back for a sec and understand what Trump, his administration, what they have done up to this point. And I'm talking about the economy. Trump knew that the deep state, the central bank, they use the economy. They used it for their corrupt means. The central bank creates funds out of thin air, loans it to the government. These funds, they just disappear. They come back into the people's pockets. Money laundering. Trump knew this. It wasn't just about going after the individuals. It wasn't just going after them to arrest them. It was about removing and controlling how they funded themselves. Think about the central bank, for example. There are different layers of the central bank. There are different layers and different people in control. Trump, the Patriots, they knew they needed to break this apart because this is part of the puzzle. And what did he do? He started to nationalize the Fed during this global pandemic. He started to move it into the Treasury. Why? Because he needed full control. He needed to break the Fed from the Rothschild banking system, the top of the pyramid. Yes, I know there's the IMF, the biz. He needed to sever the entire thing. That's exactly what he did. Why? Because this was a piece of the puzzle of bringing down the system. Now that he has control over the Fed, it's no longer independent. It's within the Treasury. He could now start ripping it apart. Actually, soon you won't even recognize it anymore. Soon we will not have the different Federal Reserve banks around the country. It won't be necessary because the Federal Reserve will not exist. And this was all done for a specific reason. To bring this economy, and I'm talking about the people's economy, I'm not talking about the central bank economy, to bring the people's economy back online where he had full control over the entire system. Without full control, he would not be able to keep the system operational. And this is under the central bank illusion. Remember, we have two economies happening at the same time. Trump's people's economy is building and getting stronger and stronger every single day. He's using all the weapons of the central bank against them. Yes, we see a huge amount of the creation of currency. And everyone's going, well, he's doing the same thing as Obama did. Really? So the funds that he's creating now, Obama did the same thing. So Obama sent out a check to everyone. No. Obama sent these funds to small businesses. No. Obama used these funds to rebuild the infrastructure. No. It's not the same. The reason why Trump is looking for these bills with nothing else in them, just for the people, he said it during his presser. He doesn't know why all these people putting everything else in there. He just wants these funds to go to the people and help small businesses. That is his number one priority. And getting the paychecks to every single American person. Remember, this was going to be a bumpy road. I mean, it wasn't going to be easy. We all knew this. We could have had it the other way. We could have been struggling right now with credit freezes, with completely bare shelves, chaos in the streets. This is what would have happened if there was someone else in power. But to move us out of a central bank system, he needed to turn the entire system, and it was going to be bumpy. He's trying to protect as many businesses, as many people as he possibly can. Now, on the other side of this, people are going to be a lot better off. On the other side of a central bank crash with another person in power, everyone was not going to be a lot better off. And you can see already he's trying to get more and more funds for the everyday person, not for the D's projects and things like that. He just wants a bill that says, here, $250 billion, and it goes to the people. What is it, like a one-pager? That's pretty much it. He tweeted this out. The Democrats don't want to approve more money for our great workers under the incredibly successful paycheck plan. Replenish account now. And Trump, he understands this. The economy is the common theme among the everyday person. What person doesn't like having a good job? What person doesn't like having good pay? What person doesn't like having a business that's thriving? What person who has a business doesn't like less regulations? Think about this. What person doesn't like a tax cut? He understands that this is the common theme. This is why he boosted the economy up. Now he has the ability to remove the regulations, to push tax cuts, and to make the entire country move in a completely different direction. And the people will be behind him. He's already looking to get out of the World Trade Organization. Remember, during the UN speech that he had, I think it was last year, he said the globalist system has no future. All of these things that we see, the Fed, the IMF, the Biz, the Rothschild banking system, the World Trade Organization, the UN, you name it, this is all part of the central bank globalist system. Same thing with the World Health Organization and the rest. He wants to remove the U.S. out of them. Now, will he be able to do this right off the bat? No, he might cut funding in the beginning. But eventually, when the time is right, he will remove the U.S. from these organizations because they will no longer be needed. Now, very interestingly, we know that Trump brokered a deal with the oil giants, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and the rest. And he acted like a divorce mediator. And out of all of this, the winner is Trump. There's been a tectonic shift in global oil politics. Putin, MBS, and Trump, the leaders of the world's three largest producers, now are dictating global petroleum supplies. They are in charge. Actually, Trump is leading the way. And we know that we need to bring the economy online. Trump has already started to do this, but there are certain powers that are out there that are trying to stop this. First, they said we can't have the economies open. They're going to be shut down until election time. We know this is part of an agenda. Then we heard states saying, hey, we're going to create consortiums, or we're going to have a pact of different states working together to bring their economies online. Now, the founding fathers, they knew that states shouldn't be working together without the federal government. And the founders planned for this in Article 1, Section 10, Paragraph 3. No state shall, without the consent of Congress, enter into any agreement or compact with any other state. So what all these people are trying to do with California, New York, New Jersey, all these different states, it's completely against the Constitution. But we have to ask the question, why are they doing this? Because in the beginning, they said, hey, we're not going to be able to open up for a very long time. This pandemic is just way out of hand. Now, they're bypassing Trump's plan. The question is why? They're not trying to make the economy better. They're still trying to make it fail by doing this. Trump understands this. He recognizes what they're doing. And we need to remember something very important. Trump, he positioned himself where he has full control. What are we in right now? A national emergency. He signed the Defense Production Act. Every single state has now declared an emergency. Plus the territories. Trump and the Patriots, they're in complete control of the entire system. And there's nothing that the central bank, the deep state,